How the fuck are ya, you savage little peckers? Galactic Criminal here. Today we've got Sydney Horror Deathcore outfit, To the Grave. The name of this band has been rather consistently peppered throughout the comments for some time. Honestly, I kind of ignored it. I'd see it again and be like, oh yeah, I should check this out. Woo! What is this? Up until recently, the requests for this band were infrequent enough that it was kind of easy to forget about them until I started getting some comments that were a little more passionate. Kind of like this one from Kyle Thompson, who says, for the love of God, dude, to the grave, Wastage. Alright, keep your fucking pants on. Let's get right into this shit. To the grave, Wastage with a 1, 2.
Is an understatement. You definitely humiliate.
Wow. I guess I guess I can see what all the hype is about. I mean, just some big, fat, chunky girth on the balls of this motherfucker. Man, I love that fucking, like, super heavy sounding double kick, but then the fucking actual rhythm of the track is a lot slower, dude. It's like slamming fucking element to the motherfucker. That shit is badass. I will say though, the intro was a bit long for me. It's like 35 seconds or something like that before they got into the beginning hit of the track, which normally would be fine if the riff had changed a little bit in that time, that 30 seconds. It was really just kind of the same thing right up until then. So I'm kind of sitting there like, okay, well, let's fucking go already. But then they did, dude. Got right into it. Vocalist was awesome, and I really like the tone of this guy. I'm definitely gonna have to listen to some more to see how much the other tracks emulate this one with his vocals. But like his gutturals had this muddy feel to them, you know? A lot of times like the reverberation or whatever the fuck they're doing can make their scream, as guttural as it is, sound kind of clean. His, to me, honestly, sounded kind of mushy. And I really like that. It also had a nice variation, which I also say is a plus for a vocalist, especially when it comes to deathcore, to kind of change things up. He had a nice mid, had sick fucking lows, and a fucking nice beastly sounding fucking goblin high. Like just like all over the place in this track. This thing was just go, 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 go from one thing to the next. And I will say another thing that's popping into my head now is kind of toward like the last third of this track. There was this cool thing the guitarist did like over top of all the other riffs, was like this I don't know what to call it, some scale sweeping or something like that. It sounded really fucking cool, and I kind of wish that had been in the track a bit earlier on, give a bit of a tease to that style of element to the track, because it was only just the one time that it happened. I was like, well, that was really cool. Why wasn't that in the rest of the fucking track? But then as heavy as the motherfucker started off, dude, like they kicked it up to another notch, like I said, with a really heavy sounding double kick. Just so fucking bassy and cool, dude. It just added like an entirely different element of, like, I guess, darkness. And they said like their fucking Sydney horror is their darkest offer yet. I could tell. It was definitely dark, but fucking like chaotic, kind of crazy too. Like you're running from a fucking stabby killer or some shit like that, kind of crazy sounding. I don't know, but it was fucking cool. And then we had the break in the middle of the track. I gotta say, honestly, it felt a little bit long to me as well as the intro. That's fine, but then when they had the hit coming back from it, it wasn't as heavy as I'd have liked it to be. I feel like they kind of pulled a punch on the comeback from that break, and especially for one, like I said, for as long as it was. I can't remember exactly how long, but it felt like a fucking eternity, for fuck's sake. But then following that first initial hit back, then it goes right into the fucking crazy, heavy fucking sounding shit, dude. So, yeah, I think like just like the intro section and then that like the gap section and the comeback were the only real kind of, I guess, problems that I had with the motherfucker. Everything else was fantastic. Again, I love like the rhythm, that slower headbanging style of rhythm to an otherwise faster sounding fucking track because of the drums. Just fucking awesome. Now, I guess it took me a while to get to the motherfuckers, but I enjoyed that shit, and I'm absolutely interested in listening to some more. So hey, if you hadn't heard of this shit, what did you think of it? Let me know in the comments below. Of course, there'll be a link in the description for this video, so you can go ahead and watch it for yourself, subscribe for audio, and get the full experience. And as always, have yourself a fantastic evening.